Hi friends, Stephanie here, and I'm back with more movie chatter. And what I have for you today is another community challenge. This one was put together by my good friend John over at the PlatX2 channel, and John is rapidly approaching his first 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I couldn't be happier for him. He is such a great guy. He's a good friend. He's kind. He's humble. He's knowledgeable. He is passionate about film. And if you haven't subscribed to John yet, I'm going to link him in the description. Please go check him out. If you're already a subscriber, you know what I'm talking about. And if not, don't miss out. Go sub to John. And the challenge that he put out for us was to see how far back our movie collections go. And then what we need to do is figure out at what point in our collection do the movies become consecutive, like you have a movie or television show for each year. Now my collection went back to 1902, but it doesn't become consecutive until 1915. So what I'm going to show you is a movie or television show from every year from 1915 until 2023. So because of the broad scope of this, we're talking about 108 movies, the commentary is going to be very brief, if at all. I'm just going to show you the movie and move on. Otherwise we'd be here for 2 hours. Now John did his in under 12 minutes, so that's what I'm trying to break. But yeah, I'm just gonna and I just want to say, this is not a favorites or a best of. It's not your favorite of the year. It's just a film or television show from that year. So don't think this is a best of or anything like that. Whole different ball game. So we're just gonna get right into it with the first one from 1915, Birth of a Nation. 1916, When I Was Dead. Also, it's a double feature with Wildcat, but that's a different year. 1917 is part of the Buster Keaton Shorts collection, and it's from 1917. It is Coney Island. This is a fantastic set. If you're a Buster Keaton fan, head over to Kino and pick it up at their next sale. 1918 is I Don't Want to Be a Man. It is also a double feature with The Doll. Two fantastic silent movies. 1919 is The Oyster Princess. 1920 is The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. Another really great silent film. Very creepy, very cool. If you're into silent films, and even if you're not, if you're into creepy things, check this one out. 1921, The Phantom Carriage. I love this one from Criterion. This is another great silent film. 1922, another great silent one, Haxan. This is a lot of fun if you like witchcraft and things like that. Very cool movie. 1923 is Safety Last, Harold Lloyd. Great one. 1924, Thief of Baghdad. Now these are double features. So this is 1925 and 1926. 1925 is Seven Chances. 1926 is Battling Buster, both from Buster Keaton. 1927 is College, another Buster Keaton film. These double features are really good. You can also find these on Kino. 1928 is The Man Who Laughs. This is a movie that inspired the Joker. And 1929 and 1930 are both part of the Marx Brothers Silver Screen collection, The Coconuts and Animal Crackers. 1931, M. 1932, Vampire, really good. 1933, The Wax Museum. Now 1934 is, these are films if you went to college in the 80s or you're in high school in the 80s, these are the ones that these are the films that they showed you to scare you out of doing things like drugs or having premarital relations or teen pregnancies. And 1934 is Tomorrow's Children. These are funny. Kino puts them out. 1935 is Colette Colbert and The Gilded Lady. Thank you, John, for this recommendation. 1936 is Mr. Deeds Goes to Town. 1937, another recommendation from John, Make Way for Tomorrow. Fantastic film. 1938, Angels with Dirty Faces. And 1939 is a newer one I just added to the collection. It stars Joan Crawford and is called The Women. Okay, we're into the 1940s, starting with 1940, Bette Davis, The Letter. Great film. 1941, Humphrey Bogart, Maltese Falcon. Staying with Humphrey Bogart, 1942, Casablanca. 1943, The Life and Death of Colonel Blimp. 1944, Ministry of Fear. 1945, this is one that I just recently watched and I really enjoyed it. Highly recommend this one. Leave Her to Heaven. 1946 is another recommendation from my good friend John, Claudette Colbert in Tomorrow is Forever. This is a great one. 1947, Black Narcissus. Great film. 1948, I love this one, The Snake Pit. And 1949 is The Third Man. Okay, so we're up to 1950, and of course, you know, Sunset Boulevard. 1951, an amazing, wonderful, beautiful film, A Place in the Sun. 1952, Umberto D. 1953, just got a 4K scan here, a 4K restoration here, Roman Holiday. 1954, On the Waterfront, Marlon Brando. 1955, Diabolique. Love this one. This is a great one. 1956, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. This is the Olive Films edition. Still available on Amazon, even though Olive Films is no more. You can still grab this. 1957, A Face in the Crowd. An amazing performance from Andy Griffith. Not what you would expect from him. 1958 is Orson Welles in A Touch of Evil. And 1959 is The 400 Blows. Another one from Criterion that I absolutely love. Okay, we're into the 1960s, and this is a fantastic one. If you like horror, thriller, this is a great one from the Criterion from 1960, Eyes Without a Face. 1961, The Pit and the Pendulum. Another great one. 1962, if you've been around, you knew it was going to be here. Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. 1963, Criterion collection, Lord of the Flies. Fantastic, fantastic release of Lord of the Flies. 1964, more Bette Davis. Dead Ringer. Great film. 1965, Repulsion. 1966, one of my all-time favorites from Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? 1967, this is part of the Jacques Tati set, Playtime. If I ever need to be have a mood lifter, be in a good mood, laugh, I put on Playtime. It's fantastic. Get it, watch it, laugh, have fun with it. You won't regret it. 1968, Night of the Living Dead. And 1969, Midnight Cowboy. Okay, rolling into the 70s. 1970, The Landlord. 71, great film, Harold and Maude. 1972, The Godfather, the first one. 1973, The Exorcist, one of the scariest movies ever. 1974, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. 1975, Jaws, The Reason I'll Never Swim in the Ocean Again. 1976, this is for you, John, Rocky. 1977, Dario Argento's Suspiria. 1978, one of my favorites of all time, Halloween. And 1979, Alien, where it all began. And 1980, you knew I had to do it, Friday the 13th. 1981, Raiders of the Lost Ark. I've seen it, but yes, I haven't opened this one yet. 1982, The King of Comedy. It's a good one if you haven't seen it. 1983, A Christmas Story. Figured I'd throw some holiday spirit in here. 1984, Beverly Hills Cop. 1985, The Purple Rose of Cairo. 1986, Big Trouble in Little China. 1987, Full Metal Jacket. 1988, Rain Man. 1989, fantastic film, Do the Right Thing. And this is a beautiful release from Criterion. Okay, the 90s. 1990, Goodfellas. Should have won Best Picture. If you didn't know that, watch the last video. 1991, The Silence of the Lambs. Beautiful release from Criterion. 1992, probably my top 3 favorite films of all time, Baraka. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. 1993, The Piano. Great film from Jane Campion. 1994, Pulp Fiction. Told you I liked it. 1995, great film, La Haine. If you haven't seen it, check it out. 1996, the first and the original and the best, Scream. 1997, Boogie Nights. 1998, tough watch but important, American History X. And 1999, we're talking about it, Fight Club. And moving on to the 2000s. In 2000, Snatch. 2001, I believe this is pronounced Emily? Amelia? Emily. I'm going with. But it's a good film. It's a great film. Watch it. 2002, City of God. Another great one. 2003, Old Boy. 2004, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Fantastic. 2005, another, I had to do it to you, John. Devil's Rejects. 2006, this is an amazing, beautiful film, if you can find it. The Fall. It's wonderful. 2007, American Gangster. Love it. 2008, The Dark Knight. And 2009, Mary and Max. Great film if you haven't seen it. Based on a true story. Moving on, 2010, Incendies. Hopefully I said that correctly because it's a fantastic film. 2011, Paul. A lot of fun. 2012, Searching for Sugar Man. Excellent documentary. Watch it. 2013, Her. 2014, fun horror film, It Follows. 2015, The Witch. This is a beautiful release from Second Sight. Great film. 2016, one I don't hear a lot of people talk about, but it's awesome. Maudie, based on a true story. Great, great film. 2017, Blade Runner 2049. 2018, another one, not very popular, but I like it, Isle of Dogs. And 2019, just a beautiful, stunning film, Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Last 4. 2020, First Cow. 2021, excellent film, The Worst Person in the World. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's fantastic. Another good one, 2022, Utama. Definitely one to put on your list. And the very controversial but film that I love from 2023, Asteroid City. If you like Wes Anderson, you'll love this film. If you don't like Wes Anderson, this probably isn't the one that's going to make you love him, but I think it's fantastic. So this is my last pick, 2023. So that's it. 108 films. I don't think I made it in under 12 minutes, but I certainly tried. This was a lot of fun. I enjoyed doing it. I hope you guys liked it. I hope maybe I pulled some films that you hadn't heard of before that you can check out. But I want to thank John for putting this challenge out to the community. Please, let's get him to 1,000 and then some. He deserves so much more than what he has right now. He should be at 10,000 already, but he's awesome. Remember the link down below. I want to thank everyone for watching. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up, comments, suggestions, recommendations. You know the drill. Consider subscribing and hit the notification bell because you never know where and when I'm going to show up. So for now, that's a wrap.